Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest Series 4, Book 5, Blaze the Ice Dragon. Best book of Series 4 so far, hands down. That's right guys, I think this one is so far like the best book for me right now. Now the reasons why I'm going to get into right away. First of all, the cover is awesome. Avalon dragons, they're like Chinese, those Chinese dragons you see. And of course the Dragon Ball Z stuff. Oh, it's amazing. Finally having and the fact that this book is a contrast to the Mother of Inferno, the Fire Dragon. Now we have Blaze, the Ice Dragon, which is a nice contrast there. But on with the plot. So, after Tom and friends have defeated Luna the Moonwolf and left the Dark Wood, they find their way out of the Forbidden Land finally, and come back to the town where Epos was. I think it's Stonewind or Rokewind, because there's two towns in this book, but the point is they come back to their town, and they find that the whole town is covered in ice. And we all know the reason why that is, hence the Ice Dragon. Malville eventually confronts these two, and he says that not only will you face my beast, but you'll also face something else on this quest, so beware of that. Eventually they come across some people who are survivors of a disease. Turns out the whole place is being caught by a deadly disease, and it's not the dragon that's doing this, it's something else. And it's revealed that it's hyenas. There are these deadly hyenas that are a deadly bite that are causing them problems. Probably a side effect of Malville's magic, something from the Forbidden Land maybe, because it's close. That's another theory I have in mind, but it could be that, or it could be Malville's magic. Anyway, so Tom goes to deal with the hyenas, while Eleanor stays to make some medicine, as she's good with herbology, to cure the people. And Tom gets a badass moment slaying up these hyenas, and there's a Neverending Story reference again. I'm quoting a few right now. This time we have it's that scene where the hyena jumps on Tom as he accidentally hits the impaling on the blade, similar to how Bastion hit the Mork with that knife thing. So there are a few fantasy references right there. Meanwhile, Tom returns and Tom leads the hyenas into the Foreign Land and loses them into the area so that they won't come back. And he's pretty confident they won't find their ways out of there. I'm sure they won't, but you never know. Then Tom comes back and finds that Eleanor's made a cure for the people, so they can finally they use that cure to cure the people, but they have to face the dragon Blaze. Eventually, though, while they're camping, Blaze attacks and he coils Tom up. And apparently, Malville has taken complete control over Blaze. And Blaze, I'm guessing, doesn't really care because he's meant to be a minion of Malville. So one of his most powerful minions, because he's meant to be the most powerful beast. So. Also, I'd like to mention that the belt powers are mentioned a lot in this book, which is one of the reasons why I like it. Even though Tom's losing his golden armor powers, he still has his shield powers, and he has his belt jewel powers from the third series, Gorgonia. And I like the fact that they brought those powers back, because he's not totally powerless. But then, of course, where was I at? Yeah, they find that Malville's controlling him, and eventually they tail him. They also discover that the fifth amulet piece is between the dragon's scales. So then they go to the volcano where Epos is, and turns out that's where she's imprisoned. They find her. They find Epos. She's imprisoned in the ice. Turns out that, I'm guessing, Blaze has the ability to freeze normal lava and fire. But eventually Tom is struggling. Right now. So he has to find a way to try and harm the Ghost Beast. So he decides to use his Shadow ability, which he got from the K-Mon book, which I read a few reviews back. And he uses that power to help fend off against Blaze. Meanwhile, he uses the Strength of Heart ability to forcefully move his body to break the ice prison. I can buy that, because that's what the Strength of Heart power does, so I can buy that. So Epos is free, and with Epos free, Blaze can't use his Ghost Bomb anymore. I'm guessing that's why Epos was captured, because Epos is meant to represent like the holy flame, I guess, or some sort of great power source of fire. And now that she is free, that's the reason why she was in prison in the first place, because so to keep that power contained. But now that she's free, she's the one that she can defeat Blaze the dragon. And so they have a fight against Beast to Beast, Fire versus Ice, and we almost going to win that one. So Tom's shadow gets cornered by Blaze actually, and Elena distracts it, giving Tom back his shadow so he can move again. Epos' fire also is the only thing that can beat Blaze's ice, because here it is. I'm guessing Malva imprisoned Epos because she was the only one with enough firepower to defeat Blaze. No normal fire could ever come over Malva's magic, which makes sense. That's why I'm guessing on my theory of that. But Tom gets his shadow back, and he goes in for a final confrontation with Blaze. He puts his sword in the dragon, and Tom faces the dragon, controlled by Malva, in a final showdown. By deflecting the ice attack with his shield, which causes Blaze to freeze himself, and Malva ends up slamming out, and they finally have Malva cornered, but so close, Malva once again escapes. However, they do have the 5th piece of the amulet, so they've got 5 pieces of the amulet, just 1 more piece to go, and Talon will be completely cured. So as you can see from all that I've said, that is the reason why I love this book. It has so much good going for it. You've got the jewel abilities coming back, the return of Epos, which is another great closure with having a beast back. Malvel you get another Malvel confrontation, and now I was always hesitant that was Malvel still there, but now it's obviously 100% true he did survive, and so it's great to see Malvel in another confrontation. And also you have Elena doing something with the whole side plot of the hyenas and stuff. Overall, this book is amazing. I mean, it's worth a good read. You get a good time at it. I figured the best book would be the finale, but who knows. Right now, Blaze the Ice Dragon has taken the #1 spot for me. Can Stealth, the last book, take its title? Well, we'll find out next time, guys. Stealth.